Okay, I had started this reading, already pulled the cards, and then I just started over because it was like hard to get this out. So our first we have the Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, Ten of Swords reverse, Hierophant, Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Sun reverse and the Seven of Swords reverse. So the Seven of Swords reverse is clarifying the Sun reversed, and then we have the Knight of Swords upright, and then the Ten of Wands upright, with the Hangman reversed here, stalling, delay tactics. There is this energy, like, and like, this is like your current energy. So there is something that's being brought up for you in your energy regarding something that needs to close out. We started with the Ten of Swords, we ended with the Ten of Wands. Like, something that needs to close out. This moving on that needs to take place, the closing of a cycle. Something that I do think on one hand you've been kind of doing the work, but on the other I don't think so. It's an energy of yeah, you've been working hard at something. At something. The Seven of Swords reversed here with this deck is like straight in the record, getting caught, confessions, remorse, unworkable strategy, come clean, preconscious. Clarifying the Sun reverse, which in this deck it's just have fun, count your blessings, play, authentic self, permission slip, supremely optimistic, yes. And what I'm stuck on is the count your blessings thing. I think this is very much like a count your blessings sort of moment. Then we have the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Wands. It's like you can't make a decision. You refuse to make a decision. You act on impulse, and you've acted on impulse, and it's left you with this preconsciousness. It's left you kind of spiritual warfare, but also like it's also here with the authentic self. I think your authentic self is the Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles. Like, that's energy that you at a soul level embody. Hierophant is the High Priest in the 5D, like divine masculine in the 5D. Is like you there's this beautiful divinity about you, this mastery, this willing to just, get it done, put your head down and get it done, do the work that needs to be done. But you're being like deceptive. There's something that needs to like come to light. And it's regarding like whatever brash actions that you've like made. The impulse, the impatience, kind of locked in on a target, but like locked in on the wrong target, and it causing you so many burdens. So it's like this is trying to come back around for you to do it again, but, or even like just close out the chapter. But it requires you, there's also like a lack of gratitude, a lack of acceptance that you are in the wrong here. Two Swords reversed. And a lack of gratitude, like it very much could have been worse. Could have been worse for you. Ten Swords reverse. The Tower, clarifying that. I want one more for that. Oh, Empress, the bottom here. I want one more for that. So the song that I was hearing with this, the message I was getting with this was, wow, that's unfortunate. And it's not from this other person, right? It is a spiritual sort of like looking down at you like, wow, that's really unfortunate. You know, like you could have done this way. We've been trying to get you to go this way, and you have just refused. Like you've refused repeatedly, right? And we've made it harder, and you've just stuck to your guns. You double down, triple down every single time, and now you're in this situation where you're realizing that what you've done is being done to you. And I don't think you're fully aware that like what you've done, that this is your karma, but you are aware that like something's happening for you that's like not working. It's not in alignment with who you are, like your true energetic frequency. And because you've like put this off for so long, I'm seeing 17, so 717. It's like because you've put this off for so long, there's no choice but for this like tower to be happening. I think it goes for both the Ten of Swords upright and the Ten of Swords reverse here. I know we came out with the Ten of Swords reverse here, but I think it's referring to both. The initial Ten of Swords, right? The disintegration came from a tower. This kind of changing the outcome, there's a reckoning taking place here in order to push you to do that. Like this is your energy, but this is very much like guided towards you. It's divine intervention. Because it's this, again, it's this karma. It's like, so the song that I was hearing, I keep talking around the song because I don't like, and this is what I'm really struggling with. The song that I was hearing is from an abuser, and I'm not saying you're an abuser, and I'm not saying Spirit sees you as an abuser. However, when I did get this channel, like when this was coming through, like a big thing that came in my head was, it's ironic that this is coming from like an energy vampire, like an energy leech, because it's like if you stay down this road, like you're going to end up in that way. So the song is Unfortunate by Trey Songz. It's very rare that I will like, anyway, it's oof. And now you got someone that don't treat you right. You already know who used to treat you right. You look for me, you know I'll be out of sight. You're the one who told me to get out your life. And this, like, this isn't that person's perspective. This person isn't saying this to you. This is spirit, like, this is spirit saying this to you on behalf of this person. You're a spiritual team, they're a spiritual team, 808. That's kind of like, do you see what you've done here? Like now you're in a situation where you know it doesn't work for you. You know you're not being treated correctly. You know you're not getting what you deserve. And it's unfortunate because this is what you chose. Baby, this is what you came for. Hierophant. So it's rare that I get stuck on values for Hierophant, and like as soon as I was like kind of looking at that and thinking about that, we have the King of Pentacles first. Ruled by materialism, greedy, possessive, hasty, miserly, jealous, disloyal, ungrounded. That's the energy that you're sitting in at this time. Someone who does not have a strong sense of self-worth. Stand for something, know you fall for anything. Kind of conforming to, capitulating to what's expected of you, to what everyone around you is doing, how everyone around you is moving. I'm seeing like third-party influences. I know they didn't come out, but like it could be that, you know, you're very much a people pleaser, ruled by what other people think of you and tell you as it comes to your life. 8 of Pentacles. And that means something that's kind of like biting you in the ass at this time. Yeah. New moon. Significant. So for the last month, they've been trying to get you to change your direction, set new intentions, begin a new cycle, right? Telling you like not to give up, that like something's germinating here. And this is under the Eight of Pentacles. This is what you're trying to work towards. This is what they're trying to get you to stick to. And it comes with a tower. It just does, because there's a lot that needs to crumble here. There are values that you have that are not aligned, that are putting you like that are making you very much materialistic and inauthentic. You're not moving in alignment with who it is that you are. Like, you're moving based off of like showboating and what other people like think of you, and to, you know, like keep up with the who's who of whatever in your social circle, when it's like those people are probably like just as miserable as you are, but just don't act like it. And then the actual moon card here, moon reverse at the bottom of the deck, are releasing fears, anxiety, hearing, and trusting intuition unveiled. Like, this new direction is trying to be unveiled for you. You know what? It's really good that I waited a day to do this message, because if I had delivered this yesterday, it would have been deeply, my voice is not doing this all morning. It would have been harsh. Like, it would have been really, really harsh. There's like a softening that's coming through with this energy. And I think, you know, they're trying to get you to soften as well. I don't think you need a harsh message. And of course, like, I was going to try to deliver it as lovingly as possible, but it was going to be harsh. The Sun reverse, Seven of Swords reverse. You know what, actually, because we already clarified this, Seven of Swords reverse. Okay. Queen of Cups. One more. Knight of Wands. No, that's interesting. But that's still kind of like rash energy. It's passionate. It's bubbly, but it's still a bit immature. It's just that it hasn't reached maturation. It's not a Queen of Wands. It's not a King of Wands. And that's what you're working on here with this Eight of Pentacles. Change in direction. Something also in the way that you're presenting emotionally versus like how you truly are emotionally. You would have a very like soft, like feminine energy, male or female, non-binary, what have you. There would be like a very, very soft side of you, creative, intuitive, psychic, right? And so you've seen all this coming and you ignored it. And that's why this is under Count Your Blessings, but also authentic self, because your authentic self is not like coming out here. And that's the thing that needs to like, you need to be coming clean with. You've already gotten caught. The tower's already happened. And now you're waiting, like you're wanting a regeneration, a reconciliation. Well, baby, that comes with another tower. Like I said, that you know, some shit gotta crumble. Literally, Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment, which is coming true. Knight of Swords. The Devil. You make decisions based off of your insecurities, based off of your shadow self. Like, you are ruled by your shadow. I wouldn't say you're ruled by your shadow self, but you very much lead with your shadow. There's a balancing that needs to take place here with this Knight of Wands energy. Yes, it's wonderful to be fun, flirty, to be, you know, sensual, fiery, passionate, all of that. But it can go too far. It can blend into being inauthentic to who it is that you really are, and in that being a cover for deep emotions that you genuinely have, and expressing those. And also, I'm getting someone who, the Queen of Cups is very loving. She's very, very, very loving, very, very compassionate. And it's like, instead of, I'm seeing that hyena card in the animal spirit deck. I'm gonna have to get that next. You like using wit, humor, flirting, and all that kind of stuff to like cover up what it is that you actually feel. And it's like, what would it be like if you actually took that seriously? King of Swords reversed here at the bottom of the deck. After the Devil, sarcastic, cold, authoritarian, controlling, unbending, lacking integrity, drunk on power, loose cannon. That's why that Knight of Wands energy kind of needs to be reined in, because that, you know, that can kind of be you. You can kind of get lost in that and use that as like a shield. Ten of Wands. Typically I would not take this, but Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands. High Priestess reversed. Eight of Cups reversed. So focusing completely just on your shadow, like moving just with your shadow, that is becoming burdensome. It's adding too much onto your plate, because you're not getting, you know, you're not dropping wands, you're not getting rid of anything, you're not opening up your energetic space for what actually wants to come through. So you're making dishonest with yourself, likely those around you as well, still putting up a facade. That's what I meant like earlier, like maybe 2 minutes ago. Facade. You're putting on a facade. I want one more for this Eight of Wands. Actually, I want one more for the High Priestess reverse here. Eight of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Adapting, prioritizing, balancing. So for this to take off, you don't have to shun your shadow. You don't have to shame your shadow, but you do have to understand it is there and tweak your values. Again, remember, like, that's what's ruling you, and that's not necessarily true to who it is that you are. You don't have to get rid of this Knight of Wands energy. It's balancing that with that Queen of Cups as well. And really like tempering that Knight of Swords energy, the impulsivity, the kind of locking in and just like not taking time to like really weigh out options. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom here. Maturation. High Priestess reverse. Thank goodness that didn't fall. Four of Wands. This card of stability. This card of celebration. This card of union, of marriage. You have the Four of Wands and the Hierophant. It's like they're saying this they're trying to take, like, they're trying to, sail this, like sailboat it, but you're not in alignment. And it's when you get in alignment, when you learn to, like, juggle this stuff, balance your energies, balance your material world, release this load. That's when, I think, one, that's when you'll truly be able to see just how disconnected from your intuition that you've been, but also that is when things will start to be unveiled, like things will start to be revealed. This is a mystery for a reason, because you're not ready. You can't handle it. Whatever it is, you can't handle it. You're not ready. The universe will not give you what you're not prepared for. And they're trying to bring in this support, this celebration, this very beautiful, like, union energy, be that familial, within, relational, could be all of the above. 5 of Cups at the bottom here: grief, loss, depression. One last one for the Four of Wands. They're trying to give you support, but you're still kind of sitting in this, like, me against the world, I don't need anyone energy. That was the Page of Swords verse, if I didn't make that clear. Flippant, not having anything to say, unanswered questions. And I think, yeah, you were, like, sitting in unanswered questions regarding certain things, but you, like, when there was a time for you to clarify a situation with someone, you chose to be very flippant. You chose to walk away, to leave them sitting in the dark, leave them without support. And now you're sitting, like, now that's the energy that you're in, that's what you're being faced with. And it's like Boohoo Sad Story. Yeah, I wanted to get an animal archetype. Animal card. Pretty classic. Lizard. It's the elephant that wanted to come out, but the fox that did. It's a golden egg. What was behind that? Starfish. Golden egg is moving from the heart, but it's also like there we go. Raccoon. The mask that you wear. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle. Dreamer. That Queen of Cups energy, your inner Queen of Cups. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception, as if it has a sixth sense. The lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, and overstimulation will drain the lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and to return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. And when I spoke about the Queen of Cups, I specified, like, creativity. So there's like some direction they're trying to, like, steer you towards. But you gotta be willing to go there, and you also gotta be willing to have energetic boundaries. That 10 of Wands. The fox, strong partner or mate, wise teacher, enchanting creature, skillful in business, quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. They're ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for long term. So this is you at your core. This is your core that's trying to be revealed. But you're focused on, I'm going to fully read the raccoon. You're focused on staying in the shadows, being in hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes, that sense of self-worth with the King of Pentacles reverse. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. We're trying to phoenix this out of you. Whatever it is about how you view yourself very much affected your relationships, all your interpersonal relationships. It's like you're gonna push everyone away out of like fear. They would eventually leave me, so I just went ahead and left them. That kind of energy. Which is sad, but I want to give you like one archetype. Before I do that. The energy is gaining momentum. The answers you need are coming. You are good enough. You are good enough. Energy is getting momentum. Bring love into the situations. Whatever this is, you need to lead with love. That Queen of Cups. Do not lead with that Knight of Wands. And it still needs to evolve. It still needs to mature. You're still chipping away at that, refining that, becoming a King of Wands. Personal issue, release a resolution. The answers you need are coming. Confidence is the key to your success. Show the world the real you. And lastly, you're good enough. But your commitment is being tested. What do you need to release? How bad do you actually want, and look at the bigger picture, how bad do you actually want to like be able to show your authentic self? How much work are you actually willing to do to really like have it settle in your bones and even deep in your being? It's like lead from a place of knowing of I am good enough, just as I am. Why did I feel like there was something on my nose? That was just my nostril. Okay, let's get you. Ooh, shit, an archetype. The underworld, the comic. The comic makes things light for everyone, like brightens the world for everyone. Which is like very, very beautiful energy. This is so vain, but I'm not liking, hold on. So vain, but I'm not liking this lighting. The underworld, the nightmare, the ordeal, the bottom. This is no time to mince words. The archetypal territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmare, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dreams, dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. Traversing it forces us to bow humbly to greater forces that be, while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. Take solace that the underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. Facing darkness and choosing light. Step out of your shadow. Face your deepest fears. Whatever it is that you're suppressing, denying, like, face it, embrace it. The comic. The Joker, the Clown, the Fool. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. Though dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, so you've been overlooked, you've been the underdog. People haven't expected much of you. This archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar rather than be swept away by the drama. That's what they're asking you to do with your own underworld. Like, yes, you're in the underworld, you're in the depths. Like, face it, and then see the light in all of it. Make light of the situation. It doesn't have to be this heavy. It doesn't have to be this hard. We all have demons. We all have shadows. You know how many times I laugh at, like, my own shadows? I mean, sure, I'm gonna cry about it first. One thing about me, I'm gonna cry about it, but then I'm gonna laugh about it because it's hilarious. Because you get through it, you grow through it, and because you're literally meant to. And it's not that big of a deal. And I said this, I'm gonna finish this, but I said this in a previous reading. This specific line, it's stayed in my head for days. Trouble don't last always. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. So it's like you go through things, and then you're able to, like, help other people go through them as well. Like, get through it. Because you've been there. So you know how to lighten the load. There's this inherent light about you. That's why you need to choose light amidst the darkness, because you are light. Doesn't mean that you don't have darkness. Doesn't mean that you haven't dealt, all the things. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician, the alchemist, working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be an archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. When light, hilarious, ingenious, spirited, easygoing. When dark, sarcastic, harsh, brooding, drunk. The comic has plenty of shade to throw on others, and it can fall into shadow at the drop of a hat. Beware of their sharp claws. That hyena. I'm going to go back and read hyena. Joy, jokes, and smiles are signs of a happy heart. Be wary of spiritual practices or teachers who leave the comic by the wayside. There's beauty to be found in the comic. There's beauty within you. The queen, it's your sovereignty. It's your seat of power. It's like, sit there. Own it. Own it. The hyena. I'm surprised the hyena didn't come out. The hyena personality is a jokester and a crowd pleaser, but below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide our resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? That Queen of Cups versus that Knight of Wands energy. What would happen if you took your goals seriously? When in balance, charming, witty, fun to be around. When out of balance, scrappy, petty, suspicious. To bring into balance, sobriety. And I got addictions a bit with the devil, but that's not something I like to touch on too much, especially within like a collective reading. I think that can border on like inappropriate, unless multiple cards are talking about it. But yeah, I don't know. Try being sober. Try sitting with your emotions, dealing with your emotions. This too shall pass. Anyway, yeah. If you Actually, one beautiful card of surrender. Wow. The badger and the ginkgo, healing wounds. Regarding your dreams. There's a purpose out there, a destiny for you. The sheep and the buckaroo, devotion. Devotion, that just requires your devotion. It just requires you to show up. Decide that you're going to go after what it is that you want, and then just show up. And watch how that heals you. Yeah, focus on that. Anyway, yeah, let me know if this resonated. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, email, link in bio. Yeah. I just got nervous all of a sudden. But yeah, I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Happy Venus Day. Bye.